everybody. It's Mary Ellen from Create With Me. I'm here in the Creativity Nest for Teach Me Tuesday. So, I've been kind of crazy about window cards lately, and I've been doing quite a few for you. So, let me go down to my desk and I'll show you some of them that just a reminder of what we've done. So, here was probably the first one we did recently, and this one, you can find these cards up on my YouTube channel. So this was kind of a fun birthday. This was the end of April, first kind of fun birthday window card. And then last week we did this one with Zany Zoo. Super cute. So we're going to continue with the window card, and we're going to also continue with Zany Zoo because I'm kind of crazy about it right now. Oh, I have an itch. Sorry. Because I'm kind of crazy about it. Hi, Lou. And so I want to show you a fun fold and a window card together. So get your pencil and paper because you're going to want to take measurements, or get ready to do some screenshots because I have the measurements on the screen. So whatever works for you, either way, just be ready to grab some screenshots or write things down. So we're going to start out with a piece of cardstock. This is Lemon Lime Twist. And this cardstock is 11 inches by 5.5 inches because we're going to fold it. So we've got our 5.5 inches, and then we're going to fold it in. So we're going to bring in the trimmer and scoring tool. And I have mine kind of zoomed in, so I'm going to try to get it in a place that works for you. So there's the measurements right there, 11 by 5.5. You're going to score it at 4.25. Make sure your cutting blade's out of the way. 4.25 and 8.5. Okay, so you've got 4.25 and 8.5 right here. So what you're going to do is you're going to turn it so you have the smallest panel, this one right here, this fold right here, on the right side, and then you're going to trim just a little bit off. And I'm talking like, what's that? An eighth of an inch. And the reason is because that way, when you fold your card up, you're avoiding that fold. It's uninhibited, so it's not in the way. So that's what we're going to do there. Now let me get that off, and then we're going to go to the center panel. So what you're going to need here is you're going to need a 5 3/4 inch white layer right here. It's going to go in the middle of our card, and then you're going to need a layer that's 1/4 of an inch bigger. Now you're going to see these little flowers out, and I'm going to talk about those later. But I just die cut right out of this layer just to save paper, and then I can, when I'm going to finish my card, I can layer it and put it in here. So that's just a good reminder. Like, utilize the paper that you already have. You don't have to go cut up a whole sheet of paper. Just die cut out of it, cover it up, and you can put it right here in the middle of your card. So there's that part right there. You can set that aside. Now you're going to have some designer series paper. Let me grab what I've got here. These are right out of the, I'm keeping my cutter here because I'm going to need it. These are right out of that Zany Zoo pack. So these are just some pieces, and I cut a black with a white and then a white with a black. That's the nice thing about this paper is it's got these prints, black and white prints on the back. So the one piece here is 5 1/4 by 3 7/8, and then you need one that's 5 1/4 by 2 1/4. Okay, did you grab that screenshot? All right. So now we're going to set those aside. We're going to set our center aside, and we're going to go back to our card base. And what I like to do is I just use my cutter and scoring tool, my trimmer, and I'm going to take my V, this is the small side, and I'm going to mark the center point at 2 3/4. So I'm just going to go in here at 2 3/4. 2 3/4, not 3 3/4. And I'm going to grab a pencil. Here, let me get it on camera. 2 3/4, you can see right here, 2 3/4. And then the groove is my center. That's where I would be cutting, but instead I'm going to mark it with just a little tick mark at 2 3/4. And then I'm going to mark in 1 inch from the fold, top and bottom. So how I do it, because I use my trimmer upside down, is I go to the 1 inch mark. I can see it up here too, 1 inch mark. And then in the chamber, the cutting chamber, I'm just going to mark 1 inch and 1 inch. It's from the fold, okay? From the fold, 1 inch top and bottom. Super easy. Now all I can do, now what I can do is I can trim that from this 1 inch mark to the center. And I do that by putting my tick mark in the chamber and then sliding till my other tick mark's in the chamber. Need the cutting blade. And then I do the same on this side. So just from point to tick mark to tick mark. Okay, so now we've got the basis of our card right here. It's going to be like this. You can kind of see it coming together. Okay, close that up for just a minute. Now, on the, wait, that's the wrong one. Hold on. So on the DSP, you're going to mark, it's going to be the small piece because it's going to be the piece here. You're going to go to the center, and that's at 2 5/8. 2 5/8. It's just 1/8 past the half. And again, I'm going to make a tick right there. And then from this point, farthest away from our tick mark, we're going to measure in 13/16. 13/16. I mean, what? 13/16. So this trimmer is marked in 16. So it's pretty easy to go ahead and count. So it's just, if you look at it this way, going backwards, someone said yesterday when we did this in club, they said just go backwards from 3 marks, because we know that's 16. So 1, 2, 3 marks, and right there in the chamber, and then up here, again, just make a tick mark. Okay, then we're going to cut from tick mark to tick mark. I got to find this one because it's in the flower, I think. I'm going to guess. Let me just go here. I don't want to guess. Yeah, it's right in the center of that flower. Okay, I thought it was. You just can't see it. And I'm going to cut. And I'm going to cut from that point to this tick mark here at 13/16. Okay, I'm going to set those scraps aside. And I can set this aside, I think, for a little while anyway. And then I can go ahead and start adhering. I'm going to bring in my stamp and seal to get it started. Yes, Bless is right behind me. She has decided right now is the time for her to bother me. She must see a squirrel. So we're going to go ahead and adhere that on. Then we're going to fold it, and we know that this piece is going to go right here. So we can go ahead and adhere that on. You can see the card coming together, but now it's time to make our window. So as soon as I get this on, I'm going to bring in my stamp and cut and emboss machine, which I have right here handy. Okay, and I'm going to take that top one off, and I'm using the stitch circle from the Stylish Shapes circle, the whatever circle fits right here in this on this flap for you. So you could use a square and put it on a diamond. It doesn't matter, just as long as it fits inside that spot. And I only go just till I go past the die, so I'm not smashing the rest of my card. So let me pull that out, pop that piece out, put my die away, and then we're done with this for now. Okay, so here's our card. I know I keep flipping it over, but it's actually going to go like this. Okay, so now we are going to have a die cut another piece. In this case, I just used some designer series paper from the Bright and Beautiful because I just wanted a little sky to be back there. And I'm just going to take my adhesive and I'm going to adhere it right through the window, just like this. And then I'm going to make sure my window opens up, okay? Now, I've ran this through the stamp and cut and emboss machine, so it's lost its crease. So I'm going to go back with my bone folder and just give it a good crease again, okay? So now it's time to decorate. We can go, like I said, we've got our center. We can decorate our inside, but I want to show you what I did. So we're not doing a lot of stamping on this card, except on the middle, on the inside. So I just cut some different animals that are at a party from the Zany Zoo designer series paper. Super, super cute. And I'm going to use this little puppy dog, and I'm going to glue this little guy right inside the window. And what I like to do is I like to glue his feet just inside, and then his little ears, just a tip. I got lots of glue there. Whoops, I want this on the front. Just a little on his ears and then a little on his feet. And he is just saying happy birthday, just like that. So, so cute. Make sure I push it down, press it down here. Super, super cute. And then we want to do a little bit of a greeting. And in that Zany Zoo set, we have happy birthday to you, something great to celebrate, and that is you. So I'm going to bring in my Memento ink and the something great to celebrate, you. And I'm going to ink that up, and I'm going to stamp it. This is just a 1/2-inch piece of paper, just a 1/2-inch piece of basic white. And then I'm going to get my scissors, which I had here a minute ago, and of course now I do not have them. Well, I sure don't like to do that, but I looked earlier and I had them there, and I'm like, they're here probably. But like I said, this is my last hurrah before I leave on a trip, and so today I've been working on getting all my clothes clean and organized and just ready to get packed and decide exactly what I'm wearing. So we're leaving tomorrow morning. And so that's what I've been busy doing. And I probably grabbed them. I probably grabbed them and used them to cut off a tag or something, and I can't remember. So I'm going to use a little bit of adhesive, just like that. And I want this to go right above this little guy's head. Something great to celebrate you. Then remember I cut out these flowers. These dies are from the Zany Zoo set too. So you're going to use that. Let me get that off the screen. These come from the Zany Zoo dies and Zoo Crew, and Zoo Crew Suite and Zany Zoo is the dies. And so I'm going to first use one with a mini dimensional. And it doesn't matter that it shines through here, but what I want to do is I want to have this be my latch of my card. So just so that a couple petals catch it, just like that. And then the rest I can just decorate with a little bit of liquid adhesive. And I'm going to just try to get it around the greeting up here. And then one more. Just like so. Okay. Then we'll finish those off. Remember, I said you don't have to worry about the center because we're going to bring in the adhesive back solid gems. And we're going to use these yellow gems in the center of our flower. So I'm going to use 2 of the small ones on the 2 small flowers. And then I'm going to take the medium and just put it on the larger flowers just like that. So there's the outside of our card. Something great to celebrate you. It's a little window card. Now we've got to decorate the inside. So I've also got this elephant here, and we can use him on the inside of our card, or we could decide that we want to use him for the envelope. But I think I'm going to go ahead and stamp first and then decide later. And I think that's okay. All right, so I stamped Happy Birthday to You in Melon Mambo, which is the color of the mat. And then I'm going to stamp, I've got it right here under my cutter. I'm going to stamp the little confetti. In the designer series paper, there is confetti that is, that this dog is blowing out of his little birthday blower, just right there. And so I'm going to use the confetti on the inside of my card, and I'm going to go ahead and color it. And I just use the designer series paper as my guide. And so I know that the little star is orange. And I think we did this last week too. Same colors. I'm not changing anything. I know that the circles are lemon lolly. And I'm going to make the triangles lemon lime twist. There's 2 of them. So even though it's a little hard to see on the camera, it does make an impact in person. And then the little squares are Coastal Cabana. So you've got the bright colors here. And I'm going to go ahead and adhere the little elephant right down here in the corner. And when I go ahead to send this, if I know the little birthday boy or girl and their name has got 5 letters or less, I can just take my little marker and write their name right in there. So super cute. If it's I've got an Abby, so I could put ABBY, or a Kyle or a Nick. We've got all those in our family, a Josh. So super cute. Yeah, we have a Nolan that's coming up, so we could do that just like that. So now I'm going to adhere it. Remember, if you came in late, I just used my mat to die cut my flower. So I'm not having to get another piece of scrap paper. It's going to be covered anyway. Now don't leave, because I have another card to show you using the same fold. And then you're just going to put this right in the middle of the card, just like this. Is that cute or what? Hopefully I did. Yeah, there we go. So there's a little cute, something great to celebrate you. What do you think about that card? And then you open it and it says happy birthday to you. It's so adorable. So I did it with the little monkeys. You know the little monkeys where you stamp and die cut? I think I have the stamp set here, yeah. Little monkey. Here's a little monkey. This is the stamp set that I used for the next card. And I used some new products. So there's 2 cards here. They're both very similar. But what I did was they're both the same design. I used this new paper that's white core paper, and I sanded it with, you can use an emery board, you can use sandpaper. And I used a little monkey and I cut him out and used watercolor pencils. And on this one, I popped up the little letters, the alphabet letters, so that it was kind of 3-dimensional. And then I used the little banana as the closure. So he's hanging in the vines that were stamped. This one doesn't have anything inside. But the other one, we used the exposed brick folder, and embossed and just sanded it. So it just makes that folder kind of pop. And then when you open it, you might remember this card. We did this card a couple weeks ago, just swinging by to say hi. So you can go up on YouTube to find this card. We use as a card front. And then you can find the measurements back on this video. They'll be up on my YouTube channel here today. So I hope you guys enjoyed that card. It was really fun to create it. I can't I'm trying to think who to give credit to, because so Joe Blackman, talented designer, did this card, and she did it for a showcase, and I got the measurements from her. So super cute. Yeah, go see the replay because it's really cute, and be ready with a pencil and paper, or grab some screenshots because I have all the measurements on screen. So you guys have a great week. You will not see me probably. I was kind of hoping to get videos done, but I don't think that's going to happen. So I'm going to be out of the country for 3 weeks, and I'll be back in June. So you guys have a great beginning of your summer, and watch the Create With Me page for some pictures. Talk to you later. Bye, everybody.